ultimate evil didn't give a toss about them. The Horde had passed through the Naga portal and found themselves in an old altar chamber, in the center of which lay a very ancient-looking object. This had to be the artifact. Some creatures appeared to be guarding it. There were still a few guards merrily dancing around the artifact. These had to be removed. Once the artifact guards were eliminated, the artifact began to glow. It almost seemed to be waiting to be picked up. It looked as if the artifact would fit perfectly into the mysterious altar base that lay deep within the dungeon of the ultimate evil. Maybe it would be a good idea to place it there. Enemies have entered the dungeon. The artifact had still not been placed into the base provided for it. The ultimate evil immediately grabbed it with the hand of terror to remedy this state of affairs. The artifact was still not on its designated podium. The whole thing had taken so long that the narrator was now going to have to go off and shave, as his beard had grown very, very long in the interim. I don't think you quite got the hang of it yet, have you? You have to take that artifact thingy and put it onto the damn socket. Got that? It's not hard. Pick up, move over, put down. Dead easy. Slowly, the artifact filled with powerful mana until finally... Wait a moment. The artifact isn't being charged yet. It's not even on the artifact base. Good grief! Come on, chop chop! We should be much further into the story by now. Payday! The artifact was currently lifeless. It needed some magic. The next task for the expanding evil's creatures was to expose some mana crystals. This mana would be necessary to charge the artifact up. Wait a moment, that's already been done. Well, looks like someone was trying to become the teacher's pet. Nerd. But a mana crystal on its own was really of no value to the ultimate evil. It would take a crystal chamber to make this valuable asset usable. A room was quickly installed under the crystal. The crystal chamber shone with the brilliance of a freshly painted room. To exploit this effectively, the success-enabling evil was now able to recruit Nagas. At this exact moment, the clan conveniently placed some of these snake-like beings at its disposal. Apparently, it had not escaped the notice of the Alliance's magicians that something disturbing was going on in the underground. So they decided to mount powerful attacks on the dungeon. But the ultimate evil had been warned, that's what I'm doing right now, by the way, and created such a formidable defense that it would have brought tears to the eyes of any tower defense player. A cry for help from a few Nagas trapped in a very remote area reached the ultimate evil while it was defending the dungeon. Maybe they could be saved by using a spell, which was ready to be unlocked in the crystal chamber. Slowly, but surely, the artifact filled itself up with magic. Wave-by-wave tactics of the Alliance had so far proven unsuccessful. So, a strategic genius had decided to open up a second entrance to the underground in order to send, well, wave after wave of units into the dungeon. The artifact was filled with magic. Neither did it take too long, nor did it go too fast. It was filled up exactly when the level designers intended it to be. There are enemies in your dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon. Payday! The creatures of the unstoppable evil continued work on filling the artifact with magic. The artifact was almost bursting with energy. It was now producing mana independently and ready to stand by the ultimate evil's side in the battle for the temple. It also gave the ultimate evil access to a few more magic spells. Now it was time to take the temple and destroy Krotos. The ultimate evil gathered all the troops together to attack in one devastating wave. The unspeakable evil's creatures approached the Alliance's camp. An impressive dam towered into the sky in the background. However, this path led to absolutely nowhere. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. There are enemies in your dungeon. Enemies have entered the dungeon. It was now time to fight Krotos. After a long pause, the unspeakable evil positioned its army and went into battle against him. It's payday. Enemies have entered the dungeon. Defend the throne room. Together with its Naga allies, the army of the ultimate evil stormed the Naga temple. The battle began. Your throne room is under attack. Defend the throne room. Defend the throne room. It wouldn't be long before Krotos was defeated. Just a few more blows and he would fall. Hey, wait, what do you think you're doing? Come back, you coward! I mean, seeing that defeat was inevitable, Krotos opted for a strategic retreat, leaving the temple in the ultimate evil's power. gathered evilness then burst the nearby dam, and the Alliance's camp disappeared under waves of water with a very satisfactory gurgling sound. Despite the soggy end to the Alliance, the ultimate evil was livid. It had just been robbed of a delicious revenge. But, if I may be so bold, that was yet to come. I saw it in the script. Although Krotos managed to escape, the Horde continued on a glorious triumphal march. Now the time had come to set an example. A deed of particularly heinous evilness would inspire the creatures of the Horde to greater things. To this purpose, the Horde moved deep into the wealthy heartland of the Alliance. It was on the hunt for a creature whose sugar-sweet kindness and cordiality would rot the tusks of an orc. A unicorn. The Horde had grown impressively. Many goblins and nagas had joined the military evil's army, but evil was still not satisfied. To evolve any further, a particularly vile act would be needed. There was an enchanting fairy-like being in these lands, whose goodness oozed out through its every pore. The death of the unicorn would inspire the Horde to even greater deeds. Moreover, its head would look really nice hung over the fireplace. However, this creature was not only strong, but it possessed an inner magic that could becalm even the most vicious orc and make it change allegiance. Help would be required in order to ensure the Horde wasn't transformed into a pathetic heap of flower-gathering hippies.